Ta-da! We're back. Well, I'm back. Hi, folks. Vash, killing time. And this week, no ramblings. This is more of a PSA, a public service announcement. There's this thing, this evil epidemic in the world that we must unite against. We must fight. We must do something to stop this evil thing that's been here since probably the dawn of time. This thing that will probably be here long after we're gone. We must find a way to stop douchebags. Yes, douchebags. They're everywhere. They're your neighbors. They're your coworkers. They're members of your family. Hell, they're even pets that are douchebags. Don't believe me? Ever seen a dog just randomly pop out of nowhere and piss on your leg for no reason other than he can? Just give you this grill like, yeah, nigga, I did it. And what? Douchebags. We must stop them. We must put an end to them. It's not easy, but we can do it. The key thing first is to establish what is a douchebag. And that's where the tricky part comes in, because douchebags come in all walks of life, male, female, gay, straight, and they all just have ways of sneaking up on you, and you don't realize they're a douchebag until it's too late, and you gotta suffer the consequences of dealing with said douchebag. So, my friends, with the silly bastards and myself, we've been compiling a list, ways to spot these douchebags, so you know to avoid them, and hopefully tell your friends and family, the ones you actually like, how to avoid these pricks also. So, in no particular order, and again, this is only a nugget. There's way too many things to point out. This is a small sampling nugget of what to look out for when trying to see who's a douchebag. And as a reward for sitting with me through this, I will give you a possible rumor that may or may not be true that may piss off some people. I know it'll make me happy saying it, but let's get to the PSA, this public service announcement. Here are ways to look out for douchebags. And again, no particular order. Douchebags will not smile while laughing. You've seen that prick while he's smiling and laughing and looks joyous. And then douchebags have this weird way of laughing and not smiling. You know, I can't do it obviously because I'm not a douchebag, but you've seen these motherfuckers out and about. Other ways you can possibly spot out a douchebag, is beware the douchebags that work out at 5 a.m. before going to work. Now, why is that key? Because here's why it's the key. These are usually the same assholes that use the phrase, I work hard and play hard. That being said, I have never played a hard game of Ultimate Frisbee. Have you? No. But, again, these are douchebags. Other ways to spot out douchebags is douchebags who usually offer a drink to a woman who already has way too many in her system. This is the bitch that's tripping over full-blown air. Goes, hey, maybe you know that one more drink will give you a nice good pick me up, get you going. Beware of those motherfuckers. Girls, it's your job not to get too drunk to spot that motherfucker out in a bar or in a club because he's trying to get into your giblets. I'm just trying to say, look out for the douchebag. Look out for the douchebag. Douchebags let friends drive drunk. I don't think I need to divulge more into that. I think it's self-explanatory. Let's see what else we can look out for. Douchebags believe they can be porn stars. That hole in the bedroom wall isn't always just a hole, and that pile of clothing on the chair isn't always just a pile of clothes. Hint, hint. Douchebags don't just wear... Sorry, I laughed at my own little wording. Douchebags don't just wear Abercrombie and Fitch, they are Abercrombie and Fitch. You know these motherfuckers. You've seen them out and about. They don't shop anywhere but that one store and nothing else but that one store. They have their nose in the air. They have this weird quaff about them when they're in the store. Nothing compares to that clothing. It seems to be more of a lifestyle, really, when it comes to douchebags. You've seen them. Sometimes they have the same hairstyle, that a hair out of place, very crimped, very cut. All of them seem to be DJs also for some reason. Key thing for spotting douchebags. Douchebags will claim corporations are to blame for everything while on Xbox Live. Yes, douchebags can even be these motherfuckers. They will bitch and moan that corporations are destroying the world, corporations are the be-all, end-all. But they'll rock on Xbox Live or PS3 with their iPad, iPhone, saying something, blaming corporations, yet they have the nearest tech, and they gotta play with it. Those motherfuckers you gotta look out for. Excuse me. Okay, this one I may get in trouble for. I'm not entirely sure because this is a very touchy subject, but we the bastards believe that more times than not, douchebags tend to say this line, and more importantly, will defend to the very end with half-ass full facts. Douchebags will claim weed is harmless, which is true. When's the last time you heard a fight break out at a weed bar? Hard to argue that point. Then again, weed is still illegal, so hey, maybe that's a thing we got to work out. But those douchebags will say weed is completely harmless, weed is completely 100% totally free. Mind you, of course, we had 2 states recently make it medically legal to have. That being said, the difference between an adult using weed that's brain's fully functioned, they're fully there, they experience the world, as opposed to the 13-year-old whose brain's still functioning, lighting up 5 a day, and we're wondering why he's 20-year-old working at KFC, and then 20 years later he's still, working at KFC, or is one of those losers handing out, little tickets out in the corner for a strip coin or some jewelry slash record store slash salon place. Those motherfuckers. If you're gonna smoke up, smoke up. But let's face it, there is some damage to be done. Just like beer, it depends when you start doing it in moderation. But hey, that's just that stuff. Beware the douchebag with the dragon tattoo. These motherfuckers usually, and I keep seeing the word motherfucker too, because they usually tie in together. These motherfuckers are usually at the bar with a nice, tight shirt that they can't breathe or move or wipe their ass, and there's a big dragon around it or something. And yeah, these are probably the same assholes that will offer that drunk girl one too many drinks and will fuck you over for it. So beware those assholes. Beware douchebags who wear sweaters tied around their neck. Those guys, the rich motherfuckers. Again, motherfuckers is tied together. Motherfuckers that the sweatshirt and a tie that goes around their neck, and I don't understand what that is. And then these are just the same pricks that wear those big aviator glasses too. Those motherfuckers, they don't even belong to a country club. They just have that look of like superiority that you just wish a rhino would come out of nowhere and stick a horn up their ass and maybe unplug whatever's up there that makes them so uptight and just those pieces of shit. Douchebags use a 1 to 10 scale on everything. Everything that includes their car, their penis size, their boob size, their dressing style, their hairstyle, the chicks they've nailed, the guys they've nailed. Everything is scaled to them because they gotta somehow rank everything they do. Without their ranking, they kind of fall apart and they can't function. It's really weird when you see them trying to count too, because most of them can't count, but for some reason they all use the scale. It bugs me out. Douchebags do not donate blood, not because they are afraid of needles, but because they feel the loss of blood will weaken them. And this is true. Have you ever seen a douchebag at a blood drive, especially during Sandy? Did you see them out about going, oh man, this blood, this belongs in my veins? So I'm sorry, people. It stays in me. It will weaken me without it. I need this blood. I'm sorry. Here's a can good, as it were. Yes. Now I don't know why I did that accent, but you get my point. Those motherfuckers. And one more for the road. Beware the douchebag with cornrows that look like dog ears. They will hump anything with a pulse. And that's really, really true. We've seen this, unfortunately. Black guys, you're the main culprit in this one. You have this weird thing where you do the cornrows that like dog ears and shit. And the reason why we're ragging on you is because we know of other people who have that thing that go right here. Women with pigtails. You're pretty much doing the pigtail version just for you guys. So I'm assuming you want to be mounted from behind as we grab onto the pigtails and ram you as hard as we can. I'm just saying. We the bastards thought long and hard about that one, and then the more we thought about it was, yeah, they're pretty much the male pigtail, which pretty much means they want to get rammed while someone holds onto their horns and make sure they get a good grip. So these are ways to look out for douchebags. We are a lot more ways to spot them. As the days and weeks come on, we will hopefully divulge more and more and more in douchebaggery, as it were. As promised, thank you for sitting with me through this. Now a rumor. There's a rumor at a particular store I used to work with, Toys R Us, that a particular manager is handing out promotions to people who give him a good old job. And I'm not sure what kind of job it could be, but we're just saying that people who have no talent are starting to move up the corporate world. And of course, they're still way down the bottom of the food chain. They're not barely having any kind of stroke, but it's a start. If you know who to, on the second floor, to maneuver and do those kind of things, you can kind of go over their particular manager's, supervisor's way and just, move up in the world. When we asked the girlfriend of said douchebag about this, she replied with, "Who are you, and how'd you find me?" So obviously, it's still being investigated, but we thought here we should mention it because we said, or actually I said a while ago, that I'm not letting this go. I will constantly reappearing to fuck with you people, same way you fucked with me. Not because I want to fuck with the store. The store is completely fine. It's just certain individuals I warned before. I'm gonna make it a semi-habit of just reappearing one day with a little message saying, "Fuck you. You kind of took me over, so I'm here to screw with you." As usual, if my words hold no merit, just brush over your shoulder, have a beer, kick back, and it won't bother you. Also, I petitioned to Oxford's dictionary to change the word douchebag to Betancourt. I believe that it will help stand out more. That instead of saying, "Oh man, what a douchebag," "Oh man, what a Betancourt." I think it holds well. I think it does. It has a little something to it. It feels more right. And douchebag could be the older version for the old people. This will be the newer version for the new people. If you do see somebody doing douchebaggery things, he did a Betancourt. T-shirts and pins coming soon. That's it for me for Clean Time this week. As usual, find me on Twitter at BoondockSing30. Silly Bastards podcast is up every Wednesday with the regular crew, chat, and sound. And we continue to audition more people to help join us in the lovely way of drinking beer, telling stories, and just having a good old fucking time here. So, I'm Vash. It was awesome. Till next week, folks. Have a good day. Drink up, and see you next time. Take care.